boys and girls of the YouTube world, more second channel stuff. Today we are going to an on-site auction. We're about 3-ish hours from home. We got the big trailer loaded up, so hopefully we can find some junk to fill this up. It didn't look like it was a well-advertised auction. There's some things there. There's a 33 4 truck, a 64 to 66 Chevy C10, some Ford F4 trucks, a great big lathe. I don't know. Let's get over there, see what we can find, and hopefully we can buy some stuff for affordable prices. 4th Avenue Northeast. All right, I gotta turn right according to that gal. So see you in a bit. Well, here we are. Looks like it's a full house for parking, so this might be interesting. What's really handy, they got this bean field all plowed for parking, but then everybody parks right in the Farkin way. So you can't get out there to park. So we're on the road. I'm sure nobody's gonna be driving down this road hauling soybeans or corn in the middle of harvest. Great. Well, it doesn't look like it too many pickups here yet. Not many with trailers, so here we go. Looks like a 32 to 34 truck. 32's got a narrower grill. Had a fancy hood ornament on it one time. Radiator cap, whatever. It's got the guide 682Js. The C's have the little marker light on it. Oh, she's a Model C, a 4-cylinder. 32 4-cylinder would be a Model B. So it should have a fuel pump on this thing. Model A's did not have a fuel pump. Yep, there's a fuel pump down there. These are the hopped up version of the A engine. Door's been welded up, little number 9 wire holding her. Dash is all in it. And this should be a 33 or late 32. 34's had the third belt line up here that kind of drops up there. Seats even in it. Not too shabby. Some assembly required on the rear axle though. All bulk LE center. Yeah, she's good in the cowl. Not a bad unit. Rough ain't all chewed up. A little kicked in at the back here. Here's a 47 to 53 Chevy 3/4 ton. All the 3/4 tons are long box. Or it could be a 1 ton, I suppose, 8 lug wheels. Something about the wing windows and the door handles being turn style versus pull style, I think, is the difference. Or a push button. Oofta. Tree or something must have fell on her. What is this? CAW, Denver, Colorado. It's got an aluminum valve cover of sorts. That is interesting. Alright, I'll have to do some digging on that valve cover. The rest of the pickups, she's pretty chewy, but she could be hammered out. No tailgate. Nothing exciting in the cab. Then we got a knee knocker, 60 to 63 truck. Oh, dang. Got a nice seat in her. No factory tack, radio delete, H&H self-service. Wayne Heinz, Harvey, North Dakota, standard oil dealer. That's pretty cool. And red Hirschkorn. This thing's actually pretty clean. She's a little rusty above the visor. Frickin' mice get up there. Must have a 4 and a 2-speed. CB radio. Oh, look at the cab corners in this thing. Sold in New Rockford. Pretty damn nice truck. Got the old 235 or maybe a 261 Chevy 6-cylinder. Out of curiosity, let's see if she's got any brakes. Not a chance. 85,000 original though. Oh yeah, she's even got the wet kit on there for running the drill fill. Standard Omaha wood box. Dang, that is a nice truck cab. That door was overextended once. 930K, so the comfort cab. 57 Ford F350. Should be a Y block. Oh yeah, looks like it might even be a runner. Got the 4-barrel on it, or just a big 2? Just a big 2-barrel. New fuel pump. Wonder if this one's got brakes. That's like my favorite grill on the fridges. Custom cab, so it's got the stainless, even though they had to take the decal off to put the stinking mirror on. Rotting in the steps like they all are. Oh, she comes with some new points, carb kit, plugs. Man, this thing might have no brakes. No brakes. It's got the Ford Magic Air option though. 60,000 original on this guy. This thing's not too bad. Looks like it was originally white. Oh, it's got a hoist too. What a deal. A little rot in the cab corners and the bottoms of the doors. She's been repainted once, bunch of mud in there. Dog legs got her too. Looks like a 46 or so Chevy truck back here. Oh no, she might even be earlier. I think these are 41 to 46. I am not an expert. I know guys go nuts for those headlights with that marker lens on there. Again, pretty nice truck. A little rod above the windshield. Seats even in it. Looks like somebody had themselves a nice cold Budweiser last time they drove it. I assume it was cold. Hoist on this one even. Should be a 6-cylinder. Oh yeah, old Babbitt 216. Flexi hose, all the good stuff. Pretty nice grill in it though. Last on the road in 70. Spra Coupe. Pretty nice square body. I feel like we're not gonna be able to touch that one. 4-wheel drive. Really nice van. Oh man. Iron everywhere. Fridge. Pickup box trailer. Catalytic converter. Cap for oxygen acetylene tank. Turbocharger. Farmhand hydraulic pump. Batteries, jack stands, chains. Look at this hog. Dang. That Gladiator conversion van, that thing looks super clean too. Let's check out this 64 to 66. I think 6s all had reverse lights. So this is a 4 or 5, I assume. Bed floor is still pretty good in it. She's been patched. Guessing the topper's been on it, kept her pretty good shape. Oh yeah. A little rot in the cab corners, but pretty good. Put a Ford radio in her. 4-speed. Man, this thing is pretty dang nice.
So are you guys staying here all day?
Typical rot in the dog leg. $230, $250. Must run. It's got a new interstate in her. Man, the floors are so nice in this thing. A little rot in this cab corner, but rockers are good. I think it's probably the cleanest one I've seen in a long time. Case 4-wheel drive, Minneapolis tractor, great big old shop press. That would be handy. Looks like that one was built by Kuhn Welding and Manufacturing, Harvey, North Dakota. Home of Track Whacker. Implement transports, custom welding, new steel sales. Here's a little press here. Oh, that's for putting hydraulic ends on there. That's a cool old mud flap. That's the guy's last name where we're at now. Arden, I think is his name.
Going out on a limb. Not the newest model?
An old Ford transmission that runs, yeah, it's overhead belt driven. It's pretty neat. Where does the shifter go? Oh, you can reach up here and
Okay, what's this here?
pick your gear. That must be to put tension. Yeah, that puts tension on the belt.
That's the tensioner.
Yep. You almost got to take the building with it. It's all.
I'm going to say, moving this one's not going to be a 20-minute job.
The hard part's going to be setting her back up when you get home. But he's got a guard on the belt, so it's all safe.
Honestly, it's surprising that they actually went to do it.
I'd probably pull the breaker on that. Yeah. What brand was it? Sebastian. There you go. You read up on that and you'll be turning axle shafts in no time.
That also rigs the question, can you get parts for it?
Oh, it's a lathe. You make your own.
Make your own damn parts.
Yep. Oh man, there's the tub we need for patching tires. Ain't even rotted out yet. Old grease pump. The old outhouse, get used for tire storage. Oof, using them in the winter would be cold. Here's the big city of Heimdall, or what's left of it. Looks like he has his own pond down here. Some nice big cottonwoods. And there's the elevator. Looks like she's probably not in operation anymore. I guess they got some junk out back here. We gotta follow the path around. They're just thinking a lot of this is gonna go for scrap, so we better make sure there's nothing good out here that we're missing out on. I know there was like an F4 out here, 60 to 66 Chevy, maybe another fridge. So let's take a look. Problem is, I don't know how we're gonna get this stuff loaded if we did buy anything back here. But you gotta look. I guess I got 2 more farmsteads with scrap at them. Oh yeah, don't they go berserk for that tin with the brick on there? Here's a small block Chevy. I'm guessing that's out of that square body originally. 305. Oh, here's a Ford F4. 5 or 6, 51 or 2. With a flathead 6-inner. There's another 57 Ford. That doesn't have the chrome grille though. Oh, 64 to 6 Chevy pickup. It's got the bumperettes, one of them anyway. It's got the nice trim down the side. She's in pretty sad shape though. Oh, that is a shame. Pontiac Rally. Some hubcaps. Some telephone wire insulators. Man, I wish that other pickup had that trim on it. Well, they're starting up there, so we better hurry up. Looks like some hubcaps. There's another car body over there. Looks like about a 39 Chev. Or is it a 40? Or is it a 41? Oh, I might die looking at this thing for you guys. Doing it for the YouTube. Yep, 40. Last year that the headlights weren't integrated into the fenders. 2-door sedan. Probably wasn't a terrible car when they put her out here. Old stove. Some big mother trucking rocks. Well, this one's on its roof. I can already see it's got a wide 5 spare tire mount, so 36 Ford. Yep, they cut the front of the frame off, stole the axles out of her. 4-door sedan, filled her full of cans. You might be able to save the dash. That's about it. Thrashing machines, combines. Man, I don't think he ever traded a combine in, he just hucked them out back. Oh, look at that, that's cool. It's got the chain routing painted right on the side, but that was stamped. Somebody had some ink. Had an old International flathead 6 on it. The green diamond. Oh, what's that? Like a 65 6 Ford custom cab. Got the nice grill. Radiator's gone. South Dakota, last tagged 77. National Guard plates. Half a Y block. Again, custom cabs. It's got the stainless on there. Oh, it's a shame this stuff's all gonna go for scrap. We're too far from home to haul it. There's an old well pump. Oh, this should be a 48 with the stainless grill. Flathead's gone. She's pretty rough though. Jack Pullman, York, North Dakota. I wasn't even aware there was a York. Duff would be crawling down that hole if he was here. I don't even know what a lot of this stuff is. There's a Studebaker. I can tell because it says Studebaker on the trunk. I would say like 57, 8. Again, pretty dang chewy. Got a flathead 6 in her. Yeah, single headlights, so 57 probably. I think 58, they mandated everybody went to dual headlights. She's pretty sad shape too. All right, they're getting started, so let's get up there. I wonder if that was the old original house or maybe a little schoolhouse.
25, 25, 27 and a half, 30. 30 here for 35, 35, down to 35, 30, 35. Sold at $30 here, Paul's got it, number 11, number 11. All right, here we go. What do you have next? Justin, you got all kinds of drill bits, toolbox, $10. 10, 15, $15 down to 15 and a half right there. Number is, I forgot already, 8, number 8. Antifreeze, 2 boxes of antifreeze.
Ooh, she must have been yellow originally.
Yeah, it's supposed to freeze. All right, sorry about that, Ben. Keep me straight. All right there, somebody give me $50. $50 down to 50, give me 25 and get her going. 25, 35, 45, 55, 55, 65, 75, here, 85, 95, 95, 105, 105, 105, down to 105, bit of 105, down to 80, money, bit of
Other than the rockers, or the cab corners, pretty good.
Sold at $95 number. 35,
bubbling up behind the wheels.
Center down there, boys, here we go.
Oh, that's pretty swanky. Slides forward and back.
All right, $10 on what's these, 10, 15,
He liked them. Put them on both.
25 here.
Kilson's Incorporated, Rice Lake, Wisconsin.
25 down one. All right, we got grills. Everything in the box has been showing you. Somebody give me 5. 5. $5 down to 5 here. 2.5, 5. $5
The barn find. Looks like a 230, 250 barn find Chevy 6 and another Honda 3-wheeler. They're selling an old manual tire changer. 35 bucks. What would you need 3 snowblowers for?
Sold at $3,400, and the number today is number 36. Sold at $7,400, number 33. Sold at $800.
$600 for the lathe and everything with it. $600. Sold $500.
He's thinking like, good, then we can get a better tractor.
Sale at $900 in the back there. Number is 36.
Come on, baby.
Come on now, idle down. Is the park brake set? Oh god, that stinks of bad gas. Looking good back there? Yeah.
You got a tractor straight behind us there.
If I cut it, am I going to clear it?
Yeah, well, there's a pickup over. You might be able to.
Come on, Ram. Well, if he got in here, we should be able to get out.
Oh, yeah.
Squeaky brakes!
Hey, at least, as long as you got some. As long as you got some brakes, we're doing good.
Speed shift?
Oh.
No speed shift.
Oh.
Put one back into first. I can't believe it runs that good on that gas.
Well, they kind of burn anything, don't they?
Oh, we shouldn't be talking
You
about it.
haven't made up the hill yet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No.
Fired right up though.
Suppose the guy who got the mill bought the lathe? You think you hate it now? Wait till you drive it.
You think you hate it now, but wait till you drive it.
Does he know what he's doing? We made her home with everything. It's all still here. Duff's inspecting our purchases. So we got this 64 C10, 6-cylinder 4-speed pickup. We drove it, I don't know, 5-6 miles to a buddy's place, and then got his skid steer and hauled the skid steer back, loaded that, brought the skid steer in that back, dropped that off, got on here. But anyway, it reeks of bad gas, and the clutch is slipping pretty bad. And it revs, it doesn't idle down. So we got to get some new gas in it, and we got to check out the clutch and play with the carburetor. Oh, that's sweet. That rear end slid back and rubbed against the license plate. At least it was the license plate, nothing else. So let's get that unloaded. And then also we got this 33 Ford Model C. And then we got that tub that I was showing for checking tires, see if they leak. We got that. And then a standard oil thermometer. That was it. And then picked up a couple random other things from some other people. They were bundling everything and whatever. Like, you got to buy everything on the wall of a shop. So I got like 3 packs of spark plugs because we're always going through spark plugs. Corey, who helped us load this thing, he had a couple 15-inch point letter tires at his place. So we loaded them up. All right, let's get everything unloaded and see what we got. My original plan was to take this thing, load up Duff, go for a ride on the country block here, so, you know, 4-ish miles. But just backing it off the trailer, and it's a slight incline going up, the clutch slipped so bad, and then driving, turn around the yard. The clutch is absolutely smoked. It runs terrible, so we're gonna have to get some parts coming. We're gonna have to put it up on the hoist, see if there's a bunch of mouse nests in the clutch. We gotta do something with the carb. We gotta drain the gas. It stinks something terrible. The brakes are pretty subpar, so we should probably see if there's any fluid in there and then see what's leaking or if we got brakes that need to be adjusted or what the deal is. So no rider on the block. We'll maybe take a little bit closer look at this thing and yeah, probably get some parts coming. So this thing, I'm almost positive he's the original owner because it sounded like this guy never got rid of nothing. I don't believe the camper, topper, whatever you want to call it, was on its whole life. You could see that valance has got a hooey in her and that grill has got a little right there. This control arm on this side, when we hook the chain up, we notice it's peeled underneath. But otherwise, there's a little bit of whiskey damage going on over here in this fender. But that's to be expected. Typical rust in the dog leg on the front fender. We grabbed the cab corners down there. They're not super solid, but they're pretty dang good. They're all there at least. A little bit of rust in the rocker panel. Not bad at all. And then a little bit down here in the cab corner. These are factory cab corners. Oh, there's a small dent there. The aftermarket cab corners just kind of dip down. They don't have that lip at the bottom to match up with the rocker panel. Well, you want to check it out? Go for it. Driver's seat's got a little tear over there. There's a huge mouse nest in there, so we're not going to open that up. Right meow. Solid above the windshield. There's no visor on the passenger side, no mirror on the passenger side, so she's pretty stripped out. 6-lug, 15-inch wheels. We didn't find the hubcaps, thought they would be around there somewhere. Tailgate is pretty good for what it is. There's a couple of dings up there, and there's a little filler down here, so somebody did some body work at one point to it. Like I showed you at the auction, there was a couple holes in the floor. Oh yeah, oxygen and acetylene tank caps, that's what we bought. There's that tire leak finder machine, tub of water with pinholes in it that need patching. A couple of tires, some trash some people threw in here. Oh, somebody had some Colorado Kool-Aids. Okay, that was us. Looks like the topper, I don't know if that's factory, that's been patched. There's one up there. Oh yeah, she's been patched because that same spot's cracked on that side. I don't know if we're keeping the topper or not. Why can't they make shocks like this with springs in them anymore instead of them gas struts? It's got this typical aftermarket rear bumper that what they're so good for is pushing in the box sides. There's a small dent over here. We might be able to bring that out. Otherwise, there's just a couple of door dings in here. This cab corner is not as nice, but it's there. This rocker is better though. And this dog leg in the fender is better, but still needs fixing. No, we're not going for a ride. The clutch is smoked. Looks like it's got 75,919 miles, so I'm guessing that's original. There's highly unlikely this thing's got 175,000 miles. But small things like the fuel cap, the paint's worn off. That's been opened a few times. Looks like the cab kissed the box once or twice. Flexing over all those rock piles. It's got the CB radio. It's the Thomas J by President, or it's the Thomas J President. I don't know. Like I said, it's got that Ford radio in it. No tack. That clutch pedal, she's pretty smooth, but I don't think that's 175,000 miles smooth. Oh, perfect. They scotch locked the CB radio in. That seat has been recovered. It should look like that, but it's in pretty good shape. I think it'll take another cover quite well. Floors are super good in it. That's the beauty of these pickups. Seat cover, maybe recover the visor, and then throw a new floor mat in. You're good to go. There's no dash pads, there's no door panels, there's no headliner. Yeah, if you want to get crazy, you can put carpet in it. Let's check out the 6. In 64, you could get a 230, a 250, or a 292. I'm pretty sure. Ugh. Duff, you want to get the hood for me? That'd be great. So like I was saying, you could get a 230, a 250, or 292. I believe that this is a real grease ball. I'm thinking it's a 250. I don't know how you tell the difference. Doesn't really matter. I think a lot of the parts interchange. We should probably clean her up real good. Maybe, oh yeah, looks like she might have a little blow by. I guess we didn't check the oil or the coolant or anything. Oh yeah, she's full on coolant. It's got a green top, interstate, so pretty fresh, and then it was stamped by the dealer, 3 of 21, so about a year and a half old on that. Could probably use some new heater hoses and radiator hoses and a fan belt. But at least there's no flexi hoses. Still got the OG oil bath air cleaner. Let's see what the master cylinder tells us. Well, she's full, so that's not good. Maybe there's just a bunch of air in the system. I'll have to play around with it, check it out. That carb isn't all grimy. It's like somebody's been in there. But it's definitely needs some tuning. It's got an alternator, no generator. It does have the external regulator. It looks like a little tiny radiator in there. The V8s have much larger radiators that bolt up here. Belt's a little loose. But everything's all here and it's pretty much unmolested. Like, it needs a different hose for this. Get rid of that clamp. It's got a different ground cable, but it's actually a nice one and it's super heavy. It's got a different battery cable end. Could probably replace that. But other than just a clutch, some brakes, tires, and a good cleaning, maybe an altitude adjustment. I suppose we could try to work out that dent back there. Oh, there's a dent in the door where it overextended here. And it looks like there's a little Bondo in there, so that probably happened once before and was fixed. So parts of this pickup have been repainted. I think you can see where it's chalkier white here and it's more green at the front of the door. Same with the hood. This side's darker green. This side's got a lighter green, like some of it might have been repainted. And then of course that's an add-on antenna, seeing how this pickup probably did not come with a radio. I didn't get the title because I wrote a check. I didn't know that this was a cash sale, so they're gonna wait for my check to clear before they send me the title, but we'll take a look at that and see if indeed Arden was the original owner of this 1964 C10. I should look to see what color this green is too. But look at how much time he spent in this thing, leaning out his arm out the window, rubbed the paint off. That was supposed to have been where he grabbed the door when he's opening her up and grabbed her there. Went over like that. Oh yeah, that's where all the paint's rubbed off. That's just cool looking at stuff like that. Maybe she's got 175,000. I don't know. If it did, it was pretty well taken care of. We'll probably know once we get her on the hoist and look at some of the bushings and stuff underneath. I'm excited for this thing. I felt like I overpaid, but after getting it home and after seeing how everything else went at the sale, I think I did all right on this. This was the first vehicle to sell, so it seems like that kind of sets the pace for the day. So maybe I made everybody else pay too much. Who knows? All right, let's get this thing cleaned up and go from there. Get some parts ordered.